like Gerald McClellan's coming out first. What's going on, champ? And he's going to be coming into the room now, and we'll get him in here and ask all your questions, find out all the juicy details and what's going to be going on for his fight. And yeah. What's up, gentlemen? How are you? Buenos dias.
Hey,
Pleasure to meet you.
Joe Kelly, nice to meet you.
Joe Kelly, how are you?
Okay.
All right, all right. So how are you, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Excited to be here. Excited for my next fight. So, pretty much anxious.
All right, all right. So when did you get into Las Vegas?
We got me and my coach, Coach Julian Jackson. We got here about 24 hours ago. Yep.
And the fight's Friday.
Yep.
So just fight week?
Yeah.
And
Friday.
you feeling good? I mean, in terms of acclimation, this is a couple hours behind you, right? You're on Mountain Time. You're in Milwaukee.
No, we just came from the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
That's where my training camp was held at.
Oh, all right. What time zone is that? East. I think that's East, right?
No, I got to be past these.
No,
No, it's Bahamas. He was in. Oh no, Virgin Islands.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah, Virgin Islands. So they is 3 hours ahead,
Oh, so
and we 3 hours behind. So
Okay.
Yeah, so he's on East Coast time. So
yeah, the sleeping pattern was I had to catch up to it.
And you did that in 1 hour in 1 day.
Yeah, man. Yesterday was so crazy. I did a podcast yesterday, podcast interview. We did a little training. I did some road work. Connected with my supporters, my fans. Man, they've been blowing me up. Man, my support system is unconditional. Man, it's pushing me to levels that I didn't know I had in me. Man, I'm fighting for a whole nation. Man,
That's what's up.
I'm curious, you know, what made you want to turn pro at 33? You know?
I've been amateur since I was 16, 17. And, you know, due to the accident in the ring in 95 with my father, man, like, I haven't had that solid, you know, role model, you know, father figure to, like, just be on me, stand on me and make sure I do things. So, you know, I was involved, like, in the streets and, you know, grew up hard and just in and out of the streets and the boxing gym, 1 foot in the gym, 1 foot in the streets, man, and just, you know, a knucklehead, man, just. And I actually, when I was 22, I actually had did some time, man. I had did some federal time. I did 7.5 years.
Damn.
Yeah, so I did all my 20s, basically.
So they bounced you all around too.
Well, I like, you know, you got to fly car in air, like the movie with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got to fly car in air. So like, and there's like where I did a lot of maturing, man.
But as you did some of the time, didn't you get closer to your home state?
Nah, actually, they could place you anywhere that they want to place you, man. Anywhere.
I figured, honestly, I had seen your latest post, and it looks like fucking Jamaica. So, but I seen all the tattoos, and I'm like, he either did some time or he like Conor Ben's son that just really loves tattoos.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. No, listen. That's the story of everybody's life.
Yeah,
you know? I'm from Newark, New Jersey. So
Okay. I met a lot of guys from New Jersey.
Exactly.
Man.
So
Good
we have
guys.
similar stories, man. Boxing is saving you, and it definitely saved me. I'm
man.
blessed to have this studio and this opportunity. So you just got to make the best of it, and it's never too late, especially not in this sport, man. I met Dewey Bozella. He became pro, I think, at like 56. B-Hop turned him pro, and he did time. I don't know if you know that. Look up that story, Dewey Bozella.
Okay.
Yeah, he did time, a whole lot of it. Came home, and Golden Boy gave him that professional debut.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, he did a shitload of time. Dewey Bozella. And he was innocent, I believe. Can you Google it, please?
Dewey Bozella?
Yes.
See, like me, like, okay, I had like a few amateur fights, man. It was crazy because my last amateur fight was probably like, I want to say the summer I got locked up, man. Like my last amateur fight, I was 22, and I had a fight in Watertown, Wisconsin.
That's so funny.
Shout out Watertown, baby. I bet you ain't know nobody was gonna know that little ass city, huh?
No, I did.
Bruh, we did 2 events there. Shout out to Adrian. He's been trying to have me get you on this show for some time now. Adrian Rowan from Wisconsin, and he's He used to DJ in that bar in. It's called
is he
The
kinda
Bar.
big?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's a coach.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Adrian, man. Hey,
Yeah.
cause he been on my line. Ever since my first pro fight, man, everything has just been.
No, I'm sure, man.
Fast-paced,
That
man.
the last name, and then now you took boxing up on a professional level. I'm sure it's a whirlwind right now.
Yeah.
How are you handling that though? Like you said, your phone's blowing up. You did a bunch of podcasts. Look, you're here early doing another podcast. How is that
press
not?
conference tomorrow? Like is way. Okay. I got. Joe Cortez, the Hall of Fame referee, he just called my coach Julian last night and was like, "Yeah, man, we need to get you guys over." So it's just everything fast paced. But I'm gonna say this: I'm very, very humble. I'm very humble, man. I get cocky in the ring too, man. But as far as because I know my skill set, I know what I'm about to do. I'm about to shake the boxing world up, man. But at the same time, I remain humble. I'm not too big for any of my fans, for any of my supporters. Like, people can hit me, like, on all of my social medias right now, man. I'm going to answer, good luck, man. I'm proud of you, you got your dad. Like, I have a lot of my dad fans, a lot. Like, from Scotland, from England, from the East Coast. Like, they just hit me. Yeah, man, you Gerald McClellan Jr. I was a big fan of your dad's, man. I be watching your career, man. Woo. I'm like, oh, man, like, it's a blessing, man, just to have everybody, support me on my journey, man. And it's been a bumpy road, man. Like I said, I did 7.5 years, man. Like, that's where I did a lot of my maturing and, figured out, like, this is what because boxing is saving my life. Mm-hmm. It's saving my kids' life, giving something to, give back to my kids, man. Give back to my kids, my community. And it's just, man, the journey, man. I'm excited about the journey, man. Everything about it, man. Just being on schedule, waking up, doing this, doing that, man. Everything is, it's a job. So
obviously, Friday is going to be a highlight in your life, but I definitely need to go back because 7 years, I'm sure you had to fight a lot just based off your name, or how long did it take before people knew who you were?
Actually, I didn't get into any fights in the penitentiary, man.
Get the hell out of here.
None. See, like, in the feds, like, respect goes a long way. A long way, man. Like, all the, Italian mob bosses and, everybody who's high ranking in any type of organization or any type of high profile crime, they basically set the pace, they set the tone in there. Mm-hmm. And, like, so everything is respected, man. Everything, is respect code, man. You respect me as a man, I respect you as a man, and, like, that pulled me out of my thinking everybody owes me something at the age of 22, man, thinking I ruled the world, man, and, I was humble, and blessed to be around a great group of guys, man, that, showed me and told me and sat down and talked to me like, man, listen, man, you a fighter, your pops was a fighter, you got a beautiful family, you got kids, man, I look up to you, man, listen, man, figure out what you gonna do while you here, man. Man, put a plan together, man. And anytime boxing would come on, Friday night fights on ESPN, PBC, anything, any type of boxing, everybody watching it, they like, gee, man, this gonna be you, man. This gonna be you. Because make no mistake about it, as I'm in there, my favorite pastime, working out twice a day, man. Roll work in the morning, man. Shadow boxing, jump rope. You even got guys in there that's like, from all big boxing states like New York, Detroit, Philly, especially Philly. Hey, listen, shout out
Philly, hella Muslims, right?
Oh, man. hey, listen, shout out to Philly, man. I love they fighting style, man. They Philly shit, I love they fighting style. And they got, like, I say Philly, Midwest is, Chicago area, Midwest Illinois, man, like,
that's where my co-host from, Chicago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
Okay, so I got roots in Chicago. I got roots in Chicago. My mom's side of the family is all from Chicago. Me, I'm repping 815. 815 is the Freeport, Rockford area, man. So, like, You know, even though I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, man. See, like my mother had 10 kids, man. My mother's what you call a Rolling Stone, man. Shout out to my OG, man. Shout out.
Rolling Stone.
She had 8 kids, 7 boys and 1 girl, man. Single parent, working 2 jobs. I've lived in Illinois.
7 boys
and 1 girl.
She's official.
Yo,
you know how hard it is to have boys? Bruh, I'm telling you, think about it.
Back to back.
Think about it.
And
Not everybody gets a boy, man.
And I'm the 6th child, so I got 5 older brothers. So I had to okay. So this is you. Okay, so my upbringing, the accident with my pops was in '95. I'm about 7 years old. So you know, he would come get me periodically, man, for the summer, birthdays, holidays, you know, stuff like that, off and on, because I got a different father from the rest of my siblings. So after that, after the fight with Nigel Benn, man, you know, all that stopped. You know, he blind, you know, he confined to a wheelchair, you know, all that stopped. So, you know, no coming to get me, no positive, you know, father figure, you know, none of that, like. And I had my older brothers, my 5 older brothers to look up to. And, you know, they not, you know, high school graduates, you know, college graduates, nothing like that, man. You know, they in, you know, in the life or whatever. So, you know, as a kid, man, you know, you soak up everything, you soak up your environment.
For sure.
So, you know, the streets raised me, you know, they taught me how to be a man, you know, so, you know, and that's where, you know, the bumpy road, you know.
But in Milwaukee?
No, actually, like, okay, so my mother, like, I've lived in Chicago. She moved to Georgia, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Madison.
You said you rep in Rockford. Why Rockford?
Well, Freeport. And Rockford is.
I'm familiar with Rockford. I'm not familiar with Freeport.
Yeah, Freeport and Rockford is about 15, 20 minutes away from each other.
Okay.
About a 22 mile drive from each other. So, you know, we compact it all together, even though they're 2 different places, man. But Freeport is like my stomping ground. Like Freeport, I currently right now live in Rockford, but Freeport, you know, that's a lot of my dad's side of the family, man. My father is the hometown hero. Me, I got it now. You know, everybody looking up to me, I got it now. You know, I'm bringing the place out of a dark place, man, because we got like the crime rate, man, been skyrocketing, man. Like it's
so what happened in Chicago, right, when they tore down the Cabrini Green project? So you know, all these projects get torn down, people ain't got nowhere to go.
So everybody scattered.
So they had like low income housing in places like Rockford and, you know, places like outside of the city, things that were considered like the suburbs at a point in time.
Yeah.
And so the people had to like kind of spread out. So you'll like Rockford is like out the way, but it's crazy because you'll come across a lot of violence and crime out there for that reason, that, you know, these people from the projects, you know, had to be dispersed into different places. And
and like you know, they'll migrate to Rockford.
Watch your cup, bro.
It's empty.
They'll migrate to Rockford. They'll migrate to Freeport, man. It's just like, but, you know, Freeport is where, you know, it's going to always be home, always, man. Like, because that's, like, my father, he would fight a title fight. He would fight on pay-per-view on HBO, man. Fight for a title, man, and come back home and celebrate, you know, with his people, man. He was always about his people. Always. He was a people person. Everybody loved him, man. Like, it's just, everybody still love him to this day. So, you know, me taking that crown, man, and stepping up and sitting in that throne, man, like, this, like, man, I cannot express enough that if you doing anything on a large scale, you have to have that love and support. You know, you have to have that system, man, set up to where, you know, it's unconditional. People want to see you win, man. Like, right now, man, I'm so overwhelmed as far as the love that's, you know, being dished out to me, man. They like, man, listen, man. Like, people been crying, man, calling me. One of my homies, man, like this, like, you know, he street dude, man. Like, he called me the other day, man, and this is the first time I ever seen him cry. This is my 15-year homie. Grew up together, man. I never seen him cry. We did all type of, we probably did everything you could imagine, like on the street level, man. Like, and I never seen him cry. ever. He called me. He bust up in tears, man. He said, man, listen. He said, G, man, somebody had to make it. Somebody had to make it, man. He's like, I knew you always had it in you. Cause like I didn't always want to box. I thought I was gonna be in the streets forever. I didn't always want to box. I never liked, being compared with my father, like being placed in his shoes, like, because I was like, man, I want to have my own, I don't want to be like nobody. I want to have my own name. And so, being in the streets, man, I wanted my own name. Like I didn't even want to be called G-Man. My homies, and they was like, man, you G-Man, man.
So I mean that must be a lot of pressure.
I was just about to say, does it add pressure?
Because and I know you're doing things to try to give back to your people. I know you were doing something back home to stop the violence with the Boys and Girls Club out there. Talk about that and just other things that you're doing, because man, the pressure, like I'm hearing you say, it feels good to take that seat, that crown, but there's things that come with that, right? So
I see me, and this has just always been me. I perform great under pressure, great. Like put me in the room with your best boxer, man. I don't care if he got years in this, man. I'm still gonna perform. I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna do me like that, and that's where the cockiness come in, like, because I know what I could do. I have undying faith in what I'm gonna do, and that's not even just with boxing. That's with anything. Man, I feel like you can't dress better than me. I feel like I feel like you can't talk better than me when it come to finessing and talking to anybody, trying to set up a deal or trying to I feel like, man, everything I do is the best. So
I fuck with you, bro. That's like a Midwest thing. I'm telling, bro. That's like our mentality. Like I remember. I know
on the East Coast is like that too, for sure.
Yo, I remember. So I started doing this boxing interviewing with him, right? Okay. So last year, another opportunity came about, and I told him, and I took that opportunity. When I was interviewing for that opportunity, this is potentially my future boss. I told him, I'm like, you don't have nobody that works better than me, that works harder than me. Like, you hired me, I'd be the best person you got. But that's literally I feel like a Midwest and a East Coast mentality.
Man, like, cause like you gotta, so like a lot of people reach out to, my bad. Let me get back to the Stop the Violence, okay? So there's been a lot of death, man. There's been a lot of death, especially with the youth, man. There's been a lot of death. Like
back home in Freeport.
Yeah, man. I want to, and like for the town to be this small, man, it's smaller than Rockford. So for the town to be this small and have all these killings and these senseless shootings, man, it's crazy, man. Like this town wasn't always like this, man. Like back in the 90s, man, this town wasn't like this, man. People was fighting, man. People was squaring up, man. Like, but now, like, with social media and YouTube and the rappers that's putting it in the heads of of the youth, man, this you got to have this and that, have that, man, like, so it's messing the youth up, man. But okay, so I've had, when I say last year alone, I've had 5 deaths. 5 deaths that was close to me. 5 of them. The youngest being 19 and early 20s, then later 20s and early 30s. Man, I've been losing homies, man, left and right, man. So my brother, not biological, but my brother, man, I grew up with R.P. Cheeto, man. He was a ball player, man. When I say like a ball player, man, he like a skip to my Lou, man, for for the hood, man, for Freeport, man. Like tournaments, basketball tournaments, everything. All he loved to do was ball, man. So he, like, it was a few deaths, but his hit the community hard because he was actually like innocent, man. Innocent by wrong place at the wrong time, man. Mm-hmm. And it shattered Freeport, man. This is a few months ago, probably like about 2, maybe 3 months ago, give or take, about 3 months ago.
Because I remember you, so was this before your pro debut?
Right after.
Okay.
Right after. But Yeah, right after my pro debut, because I gave him a shout out when I was in the ring, man. You know, it's crazy, man. They give me the mic, man. I said what I said, man. I thank my father, man, you know, for blessing me with these skill sets, and God too, man. And you know, just paving the way for me, man. And then it was like, do you have anything else you want to say, man? Any shout outs, man? And I just shouted out probably like 4 or 5, you know, dead homies, man, which is crazy, man. Like, because like one of my homies, man, his name Ryan, we call him King Ryan, man. He
Damn, do we box?
No.
Not 135, Ryan?
No. Hey, and we're gonna talk about that too, man. And we're gonna talk about a lot of fighters that's like kind of got the stage, but it ain't, you know, they being, I don't know.
They bullshitting?
Oh man, it's crazy, man.
They like, bullshitting?
Listen, man, I've been wanting to get in this game for a while now, man. I sat behind them, man, federal laws, man, waiting on this day, man, so I can get in here and take over, man.
I got a question. I saw earlier this year you were out in Houston with Shakur at the J. Prince gym.
Yeah.
And I saw you with Antoine Cobb.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that's my boy.
That's my boy.
Hey, listen, me and him, Anton Cobb, man. Shout out to Anton Cobb, man.
He fights Saturday.
Yeah.
He fights on the Shakur.
Bro,
right
look, I was just texting him yesterday when my plane landed, and he was like, "Man, bro, we got to leave it all on the line, man." He is the reason why I came to Houston. About 2 months ago, about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. So okay, and what's so crazy is his uncle, I was in the feds with, linked us up and was like, man, listen, man, my nephew, man, get in touch with my nephew. I'm gonna give his social media handle. You know, you get in touch with him, man. Y'all need to make this happen, G, man. Man, I see a lot of potential in you, man. And nephew, he next up, he got a lot of potential too, man. I said, all right, bet. All right, big bro, bet. Hit him up. We've been talking. We had talked for probably like a year and a half before I actually went down there. So, you know, I go down there. When I tell you, man, Anton, man, he welcomed me with open arms, man. I went to J. Prince gym, met J. Prince, sat down, had a dinner with J. Prince, man, through him. Everything was beautiful, man. You know, he actually just got signed to J. Prince, man, after his first pro debut.
Right.
And him and Shakur is like this. Anton Shakur like this.
They just whooped our ass. We was at the house.
They just
I think Friday with them, whooped our ass in spades.
Oh, hey, see, listen, that's another Midwest thing, man. You don't want to play spades when you know.
But they be cheating. Come on, they playing with little jokers, big jokers. I mean, again, you been in the Fed, so you play ace down, right?
Yeah.
They was acting like I was talking foreign. I'm like, bro, y'all must be young as hell. Like, little joker, big joker, 2 deuce. I'm like, what the fuck is all this extra shit? I mean, you got 15 spades now. Like, you taking away from the other suit to give you
more spades.
More spades on the strongest suit already out there.
You see, they both still in their 20s.
No, I know.
Yeah, they both still in their 20s, man. So like, and it's crazy that, you know, shout out to Shakur, man. He two division champion, man, at the age of what, 24, 25,
24.
Man, like that's
but it's crazy because I saw that on your Instagram, and so me and Antoine, it's a funny story. We met through the boxing game.
Okay.
But one of my right-hand mans just happened to be one of his right-hand mans. And it's crazy. He just got killed last week.
Damn.
Just got killed last week, and he was supposed to be at the fight Saturday here in Vegas.
Yeah.
And Saturday's his funeral.
Man, and that's what's crazy. That's what I was just about to tell you about my homie King Ryan. We like this, bro. You know, he had got shot, man. You know, I'm texting him, and he was supposed to come to my fight because he had got shot. He got shot like 10 times, man, and he lived. He lived for 25 days. He lived for 25 days, but he was in physical therapy after they moved him from the hospital. He lived. I'm texting him, FaceTiming him, and everything. He's like, man, bro, I don't care if I gotta be to your first fight, man, in the wheelchair and get rolled around, man. I'm there, bro. I say, bro, I love you, man. I say, man, look, that support right there, man, like, cause you ain't even gotta come, man. I know that you gonna always be with me, man. So and we had just got done having that conversation, and then the next day I get the call. They said, yeah, man, he gone, man. I said, who? I said, Ryan, man. I said, how's he go? I was just talking to him. I was just FaceTiming him. His nurse was just fluffing his pillow under his leg because he got shot in his leg, and he had to keep his leg propped up and elevated so he don't get no blood clots. And what's crazy is they took him off blood thinners, so his blood was clogging up, and a blood clot went straight to either, if I'm not mistaken, his lungs or his heart, and killed, and took him like that.
Man, it's crazy life, because I feel like I'm sure Ness, you could relate. Even when you do overcome adversity and you make it out, when you from the hood or the streets or whatever the case may be, just because you make it out, that everybody else may have not made it out.
Yeah.
So you could have made it out, and you still dealing with deaths. You still, like when you said 5 deaths a year, I'm like, yeah, that sound about right.
Or you make it out and you continuously trying to help someone get the fuck out.
Facts.
Now that right there, see, I'm smart enough to know that right there is a recipe for disaster.
It is, but sometimes it's hard, man. Like, I'm older than you, so it's hard to like do things and your peoples can't do them. So now you're doing them alone, or you find yourself not wanting to do certain things because they can't enjoy that with you. It's pretty. Again, they say it's lonely at the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
It's lonely at the top, and it's for many reasons.
And boxing is a lonely sport, man. Like, okay, so like when I was just in training camp, man. Like now I can answer my phone a little bit more, because we winding down, we cutting back from the hard, intense training. Listen, my regiment for the Virgin Islands, man, was, and you got to know, man, this is elite training, man, by a 3-time champion, man. A 3-time champion.
Yeah, you got to give us that story.
Talk to us about that
how'd you end up with Julian Jackson? Because that's what I've been selling the audience. Like, we got to find out how this happened.
Listen,
And obviously, we may have your father lost to Julian Jackson.
No.
It was the other way around. Yeah.
He beat Julian twice.
But so how did that come about? How did that setup come about?
Okay, so after I told myself, man, I say, listen, after my first fight, I'm all in. No more playing. Because in my amateur days, I had 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot in the boxing ring. I told myself, and this was a part of the plan that I had wrote down when I was in the feds. I say, listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go pro. When I go pro, and I have my first fight, after that, I'm going to different gyms. I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm going here. I want to spar against the best, whoever in my weight division. That's another reason why I went down to Houston too. When I got down there, I sparred the biggest dude in there. I sparred
Jared Anderson?
No, Big Baby. No, Big Baby wasn't there. But it was another dude. It was a Cuban. He was getting ready for the Golden Gloves. Man, okay, I walk around at like 185, fight at 175. Dude was like by like 205, 210. Solid, man. Chisel, man. Solid. And I was like, I went up to him. I seen him wrapping his hands. I said, hey, you about to spar? He was like, man, ain't nobody here to spar, man. But I said, man, you trying to get some rounds in? He said, yeah, man, I'm getting ready for the Golden Gloves. Yeah, man. Anton called me crazy after that. He said, bro, gee, man, it's like, man, what you doing sparring, dude? I said, man, listen, man, I came in for work, man. I came in for work. And what's so crazy, Jay Prince just so happened to be coming out of his office in the gym. Sat back there. He a man of few words, man.
Very few.
Hey. And he don't talk.
And then even if you want to talk to him, you don't know because he keeps headphones in. So you don't know if he on the phone because sometimes he is or sometimes he's not.
Yeah.
But you never know with him.
But yeah, I went down there. I had it in my head, man. When I go pro, man, I'm going all in, man. I'm going here to spar, here. I'm reaching out to Top Rank, Golden Boy. I'm reaching out to these people, even though I know they probably don't handle their own social media, things like that, man. But I'm reaching out to everybody, man. I'm sending everybody messages, man. So this was
on the grind.
Yeah, this was my go-to right here. And I sent this out to everybody, including Julian. I'm like, man, listen, man. I'm the son of a 2-time middleweight world champion, Gerald McClellan. I'm Gerald McClellan Jr. I just had my pro debut, man, won by TKO in the 3rd round. I'm not signed. I had to put that out there. I'm not signed to nobody, man. I could work with anybody. I just need that chance, man. That's it, man. So, and I was sending that to everybody, man. B-Hop, Oscar, Floyd Camp, everybody. I sent it to Julian. He was the only one that bit back. He hit me back. He's like, oh, man, champ. I just watch your highlights, man, your last fight, man. I see you training. I see you grinding, man. Man, we would love to work with you, man. You know, I feel that, we can manage your career, man, take it to the next level. I heard that, man. I said, man, hey, man, look. Hey, when we linking up, man? When we linking up, what's up, man? When we going, man? All right, man, listen, man. So I'm talking to his son, Julius.
The chef.
Yeah, shout out to the chef, man.
Did he get you right for camp?
Oh, man, listen. Okay, my regimen for camp was wake up every day at, well, listen, roosters was waking me up. It was like a rooster outside of my window, bro.
For real?
It was like a rooster outside my window, waking me up every day at 5:30 in the morning. I get up, hit about 100 push-ups, get some water in me, run probably about like 2 miles at like 6 o'clock. After my, and I was going to the beach. Man, listen, man, it's crazy to say this. I swam in the ocean, man, at least 7-8 times, man, in the ocean, man. You know, coming from, the States, man, like, we
don't get in water.
We don't know nothing about no ocean, man.
I was just telling my producer, like, bro, I got a pool, let's go to, he like, nah, man, I ain't get, I'm like, what, bro? You got at least hold on to the fucking edge, man.
Bro, we don't know nothing about no ocean, man. Listen, that salty water, man, we don't know nothing about no salty water, man. So, like, and listen, look.
You mean to tell me you wasn't getting in Lake Michigan?
No, bro, I ain't learned how to swim till I was like probably like 18, 19.
Okay.
18, 19, man. So, okay, so all right, look, so I run the beach. Now, okay, another
that's tough. Running in sand is tough.
Yeah.
Sneakers or no sneakers?
Listen, no, look, they got a lot of hills up there, man. Like, it's like you on a mountain. You on a mountain. So when I tell you the hills is so steep, they like 90-degree angles going up. So I'm going on morning runs, going up them hills. Like, man, when I tell you, man, my legs burning, my thighs, man, everything burning, man. Then we at high altitude, man. So the pressure on my lungs is like, constricting, man. Like, but I like it though. Anything hard, I invite. Anything hard, I like. If it's somebody better than me in sparring, man, and they touch me up a little bit, man, which is unlikely, but if they touching me up a little bit, man, I like it, man. I go in. If it's a workout that I never did, which it was a lot of workouts that I never had did, man, because like I said, this is elite training, man. The chef, man, he had a great pro career.
So did the other son.
Yeah, John. Shout out to John too. So he knows what it takes. He knows what it takes. Julian knows what it takes. He said this to me the first day I walked into the gym. He said, man, champ, well, listen, I'm glad to have you over here, man, but I'm gonna work you. He say,
this the father talking.
Yeah, the father. He say, listen, just promise me something. Give me 100% of you, and we're gonna give 100% of us, and we're gonna do great things, champ. And when he said, I had goosebumps, man, because I knew he was serious. I knew he was sincere. I knew he was. And this is what I've been waiting on. Mm-hmm. It's like my whole life led up to that moment right there. I found another father figure, man, that was gonna stay on me, man. Mm-hmm. And that's what I got. So, man, we about to go crazy, man.
Now, how's the sparring in the Virgin Islands?
Listen, man. Hey, look. Okay. Shout out to Dazn too. Dazn Pruitt. Dazn is another fighter that the chef managed. And
the chef. So you talking the son?
Yeah.
So he's a manager now.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. That dude got so much going on, man. Like, chef. He a celebrity judge, chef, man. Like Ramsey over here in the States, man. He catering for, millionaires, man, and the villas over there, man. Like, he got a lot of business partners, man. One of his business partners right here, man, Joe, hey, great guy, man. It's just over there, and Dazn just had a fight. Dazn 5-0 right now. Dazn just had a fight like 2 weeks ago, 2 or maybe a week and a half ago. Dazn got me ready. Deion got me ready. Then it's a couple more guys over there that have been Golden Glove competitions and stuff over there. Like, they're a little bit smaller, so I got to catch up to them. They quick, they fast. They throwing combinations, and they getting out the way. So I got to catch up to them, man. And even though I got more power than them, man, like, is everything sort itself out. Anything that I may lack, they helping me, get that up. And right now, cause I ain't got the crazy 100 to 150 to 200 amateur fights, man. That's crazy. That's insane. I feel like, man, don't nobody need that much fights in order to make you feel like you ready to go pro, man. That's crazy.
I think people that do that are doing it because they're trying to get to the Olympics. They got Olympic dreams, man. Gold medal hopes. Man,
listen, man. I probably got,
and if you stack nationals, you gonna get signed. If you a 5, 6, 7 time national champ, is a manager coming like yo, hello.
But and see, like,
we got hella questions from the people because like you said, there's a lot of people that are supporting you. So I want to get to that. First one is from the New Orleans 504. Ruin of 504 says, you're on a stacked card with the sons of former greats. How do you cope with fighting in the shadow of such a legendary fighter in your father?
Man, like I just told y'all, man, I welcome the pressure, man. Like, there's like I got that swag about myself where I feel like ain't nothing too big for me. Ain't nothing too big for me, man. That's like my pops, man. He was going against the division's most dangerous man, which is Julian. Knockout percentage was better than his. Was way better than his at the time, man. And my pops stepping up, man, and was like, man, let's go. Like, you just got to be sure of yourself, man. And I'm always sure of myself. I'm never in doubt, man. Never in doubt, man. You can't be in doubt, man. Especially in this game, man. You cannot be in doubt. So I like the pressure. I welcome the pressure. And I look forward to this stuff.
We got La Dura Claudia, who's also a fighter and a police officer, says, what was your experience like training in St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin Islands?
My experience there, I'm going to say this. The island is magical. The island got powers, man. Like I just told y'all, when I was, I would run on the beach. And the sand is like kind of, difficult because, you sinking in the sand and, so.
You running with sneakers or without?
Some days I run with them, some days I wouldn't, man. But the texture of the surface that you're running on, that makes it more difficult than just running on grass or cement. Mm-hmm. Then on top of that, I get in the ocean and do about 45 minutes of shout out to my second coach, Coach Randy. Him and Julius are a duo, they're a team. So Coach Randy, he would take me out to the beach and he would have me get in the ocean for about 45 minutes. Had me hold my breath. Go in, breaststroke, man, and it's like the water is expanding your lungs, man. It's making your lungs stronger. And the waves, I had to fight against the waves, man. Hey, listen, man. Hey, now that's a fight that I lost, man. I ain't never lost no fight. But the waves, I be swimming and the waves was pushing me. Whew, whew. And like I said, man, in the Midwest, we ain't used to that, man. So I dive under, hold my breath, and when I think I'm about to come up for some air,
another wave.
I'm like, man, it's crazy. But I got used to it, though. I got used to being at the high altitude, man, and, opening my lungs. But I got back over here in the States, man. I'm like, I said, okay. This different right here, man. I can breathe now.
It's funny you're talking about Julius, and he's actually watching and in the chat interacting with somebody.
Hey, what's going on, Chef, man? That's my brother right there, man.
I got James Valdez from San Antonio, Texas.
Really quick, just because Julius said, he said, I made it to the Olympics with only 36 amateur fights. So
yeah, so you don't listen, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, my father told me, man. My father said, look, my father called me G-Man too. He said, look, little G-Man, if you feel that you ready for something and you believe in yourself, man, then do it. Hey, man, I had probably like 10, maybe 15 amateur fights, man. And I don't even remember the record, man, because a lot of them was unsanctioned. But, man, listen. In life, man, we got one life to live, man. If you on your deathbed, man, what can you say that you done did that you actually was proud of, and you did it, man, you know, fearlessly, and you went into it, man, and you ain't had no fears in it, man, or you was scared, but you did it anyway, though, man. That's bravery right there, man. That's my concept on everything in life, man. Just do it.
James Valdez from San Antonio, Texas. Have you heard of Conor Benn, son of a legend?
Yeah.
And if so, what are your thoughts on the young man?
Hey, listen, Conor Benn, shout out to Conor Benn too, man. He an exciting fighter, man. He got that.
Did you DM him?
No, I didn't. Cause look, okay, Conor, I'm 6 foot, man. Walk around I used to walk around at like 205, man. I used to be, man, cause I came home with that penitentiary rap, man. I was big, man. But I don't like being that big though. But so, you know, jumping into this, you know, pro game, this lifestyle, man, you know, you have to walk around at least like 20 pounds heavier than your fighting weight. So if I'm fighting at 175, okay, 185. You know, even though that's light for me, but you know, it's a lifestyle change. But Conor fight at what, 140?
147?
Yeah, he little, man. He ain't what he by 5'7"? He little. He a little guy. You know, he like Mighty Mouse, man. You know, he little, but he pack a punch, man. You know, he mean. I like his swag though, cause he fight like his dad. He fight like his dad. I fight like my dad, man. Hey, listen, you know, that'll be a big fight right there, man. That'll be, you know, I think that'll top of the Sons. Matter of fact, it'll be a Sons of Legends Part 2. That's what that'll be. But you know, he would. I doubt if he would come up 15 pounds and I come down another 15 pounds from 175 and we meet right there, man. If that's the case, you know, later on we could do it because he's still young. He's still young, but you know, man, that's small right there, man. He a little guy, man. You know, I probably hit him the right, man, to break his chest, man.
It'd be good to maybe reach out, do some training together. You guys,
he get it in. I follow him on Instagram, on IG. He get it in.
It'd be good for publicity.
He just had
too.
a knockout. Last weekend? Hey, he raw business. He get it in.
I got Coach Myers in Connecticut who says, "Are you a dog lover like your father used to be? And no disrespect, but why choose boxing when it damaged your father's health long term?"
Okay, first of all, yes, I'm a dog lover. I'm a lover of all animals, man. My 15-year-old daughter, man, she thinks she Dr. Doodle, man. She thinks she could whisper to all animals, man. She be in the backyard saving little chicks that fall out they nest, little chipmunks. Man, I'm like, man, get that shit up out of here, man.
Wait, you got chipmunks in your backyard?
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Hey, look. My days of living in the hood, man, you know, that's long gone, man. I got 10 kids, man. I got 10 kids, man. I can't and that's another reason why I'm doing this, man. My days of living in the hood and running streets and posting on the block, man, that's long gone, man. Like that's, you know, I had to get all that out my system, man. You know, go suburb, man. You know, for my kids,
you have
man.
to
go suburb. So yeah, you know, we had some woods in our backyard, man. You know, in a suburban neighborhood, man. So, but yeah, animals, man. I got a bully right now, man. Shouts to my bully, man. He a bully XL king, man. I miss him like he one of my kids, man. Like he 10 months old, man. I miss him. I got a bully XL, and then my daughter's got 2 Yorkies. And then one of my daughters got a bearded dragon, man. So we kind of got a petting zoo in that motherfucker, man. But yeah, like I love dogs, man. I feel like dogs man's best friend, man. They understand you when the people in this world don't understand you, man. But as far as what happened to my dad, man, like nah, man, that don't discourage me, man. Really don't. Listen. I'm gonna tell you what did discourage me, man. What was one of my fears? The fear of not doing. Forget the fear of doing, and you know, something go wrong, anything like that. I ain't worried about that. I was in jail, you know, sitting, man, and one of my fears would be like, man, what if I don't do this, man? What if I don't, man, listen, man. No, you gonna do this. Another part of myself would tell me, no, you gonna do this. This is what you gonna do. You gonna do this, man, because it's in your blood, man. Man, listen, man, I ain't never lost no fight, man. as far as in the street, man, you know, like when I got to the ring, man, I probably done lost like 2-3 competitions, man. But man, even then, you know, after I lose, matter of fact, Watertown, that's the last fight I lost. I lost that by decision, man. It should be on YouTube somewhere, something, man. But guy walked up to me, man. He was from Milwaukee, man. He was like, man, listen, man, you won that fight, man. I said, man, get the hell out of here, man. But no,
yo, I wanna know what happened in the meeting, man. You had dinner with James Prince, and nothing came out of that because he's signing people left and right.
Yeah, I know, but see, and back to what you said, you know, he's signing Olympians, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
So okay, now I done sat down and had a conversation with this man. Great man, smart, brilliant, man. But I didn't come down there in hopes of getting signed. Nah,
for sure.
I came down there to work. That's what I do. I like, you know, I'm hustling. I came down there to work, man. Get in the gym, spar, train alongside Shakur and Anton, man. Shout out to Anton again, man. Hey, I'm about to catch this body on Friday. He about to catch a body. Him and Shakur about to catch a body, man, on Saturday, man. It's gonna be lit. But you know, I went down there to work.
This ain't no bully. This is like a legit pit bull. Oh. Unless this is a different dog. Let me get a screen share, Austin.
Oh, that's my boy, man. Hey, look right there. My gloves had just came. My brand new rival gloves I trained in just came. That's when he was younger.
But this is the dog you're talking about?
Yeah, he was 4 months right there. Now right there, he 10 months.
But this is not a pit bull?
No, that's a Bully XL.
Oh.
That's a Bully XL. They get big. Their heads get big.
So it's like a bull master.
Nah. They like okay, you know, like the little bullies, the little short, little stocky bullies.
Ones.
Yeah, so it's 4 different types of bullies. Mm-hmm. Those the pocket bullies. Then you got the standard bullies, then you got the regular size bullies, then you got the XL bullies. The XL.
How big the XL get?
Man, to like, full grown. Sometimes at the largest they can get about like 150, 150 pounds.
Damn.
130 to about 150.
That's big.
Man, I love dude, man.
Shit, my biggest dog, she like 65.
Yeah?
English Bulldog.
Okay.
Yep, we got some more questions here.
Okay,
Justin Gonzalez, actually in Milwaukee, says, how do you deal with the comparison to your father?
It just, it pushed me harder, man. Like, you know, I used to hate it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you don't think you're gonna be good as your father, huh, man? You got some big shoes to fill, man. Nah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Call it crazy. People call me crazy my whole life, man. But I would say that, you know, I'm gonna be better than him, man. That's my.
That's what he wanted for you, man. Every father's supposed to want their sons to have better than what they had, man. That's the goal. That's what we work for.
Yeah, like, you know, he like, I can't take nothing away from him, man. He was mean, lean, he was dedicated, focused. That's one thing that I admire about him the most was his dedication, man, his focus, man. Cause like I had times I could have went pro, man. My mind was there, man. My mind was like, your mind has to be focused on anything that you setting out to do. If your body one place and your mind the other place, man, you ain't, you know, it ain't gonna work. And that's with any and everything. It ain't gonna work.
I got Adrian Rowan, also in Wisconsin, that says, what up, Gerald? Just giving you your props. My business partner, George, was your sponsor at your pro debut. How did it feel to finally get your pro debut started? And are you looking to fight Conor Benn at some point in your career? Plus, I've been following your training camp. Good work. Can't wait to see you climb to the top.
First off, man, shout out to Joe, man. I never met him, man, but shout out to Joe.
George?
George, yeah. Shout out to George, man. Thank you. Like, this role right here, man, is gonna be a great one, man. Like, I'm so eager and excited, man, to just keep on fighting, man. Keep on fighting. And Joe right here, man, he's setting up the platform for me, man. He's setting it up, man. Each venue, each show that he got, man, I'm bringing the pain, man. I'm putting my all into it, man. I'm leaving everything in the ring. Each fight gonna be better than the last one. Like right now, okay, the training camp, the training that I had going into my first pro debut fight is nothing like this time. Nothing like it.
Well, you didn't have Julius, right?
Yeah. And he was the key. Him and Coach Randy, they was the key to it. But
and just give me the comparison to that first training camp. Like, obviously, when you got to the Bahamas, you realized you were not training the way that
listen,
an elite level fighter trains. So what were you doing? Did you train yourself for your first fight?
Well, I was at this one gym. Shout out to Shane. Shout out to Troy Smith. I was at this one gym, man, and they helped me to the best of their abilities, man. They not no world, ex-world champions and nothing like that. But I mean, they helped a lot, and they prepared my mind for it, man. But it was half of what I'm doing now. This right now, what I'm doing, man, you could be a fighter that has an exceptional amount of power. You touch somebody, they crumbling, which my dad had. You can have speed. You overwhelm a person and just make them give up hope that they can win. Now, either attribute or if you have both, it's good, it's great. But if you don't have no gas in the tank, if your conditioning ain't where it's supposed to be, then man, a fighter can give a damn if you can, man, move a mountain with your fist, man. They can give a damn how fast or quick you is, man. For one round, if you gas out, you ain't got nothing to push. You ain't got nothing to give. So I'm saying that to say I got power, I got speed, I got toughness. And now I got the energy, and now I got the stamina and the wind, and my gas tank is on full. So, from the first round, coming out swinging, punching. It's going crazy, man. We going crazy in that, man.
All right, we got two more before we're up out of here. Okay. New York Bullet, what's up, champ? All the great fights your father had. Do you have a personal favorite fight to choose from? Blessings to you.
Oh man, there's so many.
Damn, so you legit went back and watched them all?
Yeah. What? I'm his biggest fan.
Nice.
I'm his biggest fan, man. His style, like I done studied his style, man. Like, and that's another one of my goals too, man, to perfect his style. His career was shortened, but my thing is to perfect his style. But anyway, so man, the fight with another fight where he was an underdog and he was coming in was the fight against John the Beast Mugabe. A fierce puncher in the division, man, that nobody wanted to see. My pops stepped up, I think 24 years old, did that. But I would say, if not the Ben fight, I like that fight, even though it ended how it ended, it was a war though. That's why I love it so much. It was a war. They both came prepared. Like, hey, listen, they both was like Spartans, man. They both prepared, to die in the ring if need be, and that's how they went in there and clashed. But I would say the Ben fight, and then I would say the Julian, it's not a trilogy, but, the Julian double fight, because that was a good fight too.
So, Joe, man, sorry to have you here. Absolutely quiet, but obviously there are still some more questions for Gerald. But I want to ask you, what's your role and what is it that you've seen in Gerald to want to become part of the team and get behind him and obviously be part of that support system that he talks about?
Shout out to Joe, man.
So, well, that's going to be hard to follow, by the way. But, yeah, I started promoting boxing when I was 24. And by the time I was 25, I got a deal with Showtime.
Nice.
And was the youngest
promoter. Damn, at 25.
Youngest promoter to ever do that. Did that for a year, parlayed it into ESPN, was part of the 3-4 promoters that did the Wednesday Night Fight series, traveled through that, did that, was the first person to take it to ESPN out of the country. I did a show in the Bahamas with Chris Bird back in 2007.
Nice.
Then had a little bit of my fighters lost. I kind of transitioned into the MMA space, formed a company called the Titan Fighting Championship, was one of the original executive team of Bellator Fighting Championship. I ran M1 Global, kind of did all this from the age I did it up till about 2014, 15. I just got burned out. So I sold the companies, went through some personal trauma, went through all that. And then about 2018. So to go back a little bit, and I'll keep this quick because I know you guys are running out of time, but my dad was part of Tommy Morrison's management team. He was one of the investors in the group. So from 8 years old on, I was around Tommy. First fight I ever went to, which was pretty cool, was Mike Tyson versus Michael Spinks.
Nice.
So I've been hooked since I was a kid. And going through all that, through all the stuff with Tommy, fast forward 2018, once I sold my company, I was done with the fight stuff. If I went to a show, it'd be UFC. I'd come here, go to a big boxing match. But anything local, I didn't go. I was zero interest. But one of my cousins was fighting, told me to come. Kinsey Morrison was the main event. And because of the connection everyone knew growing up, a part of Tommy's stuff, I went through it and I saw it and everyone kept asking me, you going to get back into this? You going to do this? And I'm, no. Every day went by, I'm like, man, I miss this. That's what I do. I owned restaurants at the time, and I was like, not really into what I'm doing, so let's start this. So I came up with this concept of the Sons of Legends. We work with Shane Mosley Jr. We did a couple shows in 2019 in Kansas City before my mom passed, and then it kind of stalled again. Well, it came back around, and I wanted to do it again with my business partner, Michael Abul. We decided to get back into it, so we kind of formed this hybrid sports agency promotion concept that we're doing. And we had Kinsey Morrison first because I had already had him signed since 2018. And I reached out, one of my friends, Doug Ward, who runs Title Boxing, he called me up and he was like, hey, why don't you reach out to Julius Jackson? So Julius and I started talking, hit it off, and everything spiraled from there. Julius was going to be on this show, had a personal issue, a physical issue, can't do it. So he calls me up and he goes, hey, I know I can't fight, but I've got Gerald McClellan. Would you think about putting him as a part of your team? I said, Julius, tell me what you think. If you agree to, if you think he's got it, then I'm in. Met Gerald, kind of went through everything, and we brought him into the team. So this whole concept started snowballing. Ended up signing Robert Duran Jr., Roberto Duran's son. We have this whole concept where every fighter on this card has a legendary father. And it's hard for these guys. I mean, they have to, follow in their father's footsteps. They have to do everything. No matter how good they are, no matter what they do, they're always going to be compared to that.
Absolutely.
And that's an unfair position to be in because at 1-0, 2-0, 10-0, 5-0, you can't be a Hall of Famer.
Right.
So that's a very, very difficult task. So we put this together, gave them their platform with this Sons of Legends model that we're going to take all over the country and do that. So we have many more kids reaching out to us. It's a really neat show. And the main event, with Kinsey Morrison versus Hasim Rahman Jr., it's a pretty cool fight. First time two sons of heavyweight champions have ever fought in a boxing ring.
That's big.
So it's cool. And then you go to Keith Hunter. Then you go to Sharif Rahman. You go to Robert Duran Jr. You go to Gerald. You go all the way down. It's a really cool show lined up with 5 Sons of Legends. Now, we had Steve Cunningham Jr., Steve, a friend of mine, his dad. I mean, it's a really neat concept, but he had to fall off the card because we have an opponent issue. But, this is something we're going to do. We're going to build. It's going to
The newest son?
Yeah.
The one that just turned pro and was in a...
Yeah, he was on this show with the opponent backed out. We had, massive opponent issues with him. It's hard to get
That's pretty strong card. I didn't know Keith Hunter was on that undercard
so
either.
Keith Hunter's the co-main event, fighting a guy out of Tennessee named Demarius Driver, 12-0. Then you got Robert Duran, who's 9-1, I believe, and he's fighting a kid, Arturo Moreno, who's 5-0.
So wait, this is like Robert Duran Jr. or something?
Yeah, Roberto's son.
Okay.
And then you have under that, then you have Sharif Rahman fighting Reyes Torres, who just lost a majority decision to Nico Ali. Gives an opportunity for Sharif to show where he stands in comparison to Nico. Mm-hmm. And then, you have Gerald on there. So it's a really cool card. Pretty cool concept, very unique, and it gives people, a unique tie-in. So you bring the past, people my age and above, and then you bring the future, younger, and you give them an opportunity to tie it all together. It's a real neat concept, in my opinion.
How many shows a year are you looking to put on?
We're gonna do one a month at least, every
wow.
other month. The next one won't be
Here in Vegas?
No, we'll be splitting between all over. We're doing Florida, Atlantic City, Oklahoma, everything.
But you have a license in Vegas and in Florida, or you're partnering?
No. We're partnering, and then we have license. I have licenses in the other states, and we'll be getting them in the others. So this is a new concept. It only came about because we kind of scrambled to do it because of the NFL draft. I thought it'd be a very unique weekend to do it, and
really,
I think, yeah.
Of all things, the NFL draft, not the big fight, not the big fight.
No. Well, a big fight brings big fight fans. That's cool too. You always want a pigeonhole on the back of a Valdez Stevenson fight, because if you're offering an opportunity Friday night, it gives something unique. But it's more than that. So now you have all the fight fans, and they're expecting over 1 million people in Vegas. So you're hitting a whole new audience, a whole new marketing specter, and it just goes that there's not enough space or events or bars for 1 million people to do things in Vegas.
But what are you doing marketing-wise? Because honestly, we were made aware of this fight very late.
Yeah, we had it was a very unique marketing strategy that we had that, I'm not happy with how it went, but it was all social media based. But everything from this day forward is going to be geared and driven toward the people that are in the city now. All the mobile billboards, all the digital billboards, geo-targeted fencing and social media ads directly to the people on the strip, all sorts of things. I'm anticipating a very large crowd in this show. So,
well, Gerald, before you go, don't want to leave any man behind. Steve in the UK says, hey, champ, thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for sharing your story. Does the power and natural ability run in the family? Good luck with your career, Steve in the UK. Now, you kind of answered that. I don't know if you want to touch a little more.
I mean, come Friday, everybody will see.
And where could we find this pay-per-view, and how do we access it, Joe?
Yeah, it's a pay-per-view. It's a Roy Jones Jr. boxing show. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Lisa Veltri.
So this is UFC Fight Pass?
No. It's on Fight TV and in-demand pay-per-view. So it's all every pay-per-view platform you can have, payperview.com. It's a very, very accessible fight. Tickets are available at access.com. Come check it out. It's a unique opportunity. Nothing's ever been done like this.
Gerald, what round does Canelo stop Bivol? And that's from Young Tigre, also in San Antonio.
Man, hey, I'm a big fan.
Do you think he stops Bivol? I mean, don't let this guy lead you down that direction.
Listen, I'm a big fan of Canelo, man. Canelo, like he's what you call a true Mexican fighter. Mm-hmm. He's a true Mexican fighter, man. And listen, in the sport of boxing, and I don't blame them, for thinking like this. But Mexicans, they think that they run the sport, man. Mm-hmm. And I don't blame them because they tough, man. They got this pride about themselves. They tough. Every Mexican that I've sparred or fought, man, you gotta beat them, damn near to death. You gotta beat them.
Right.
You gotta beat them. And so like you like Canelo style, man. He get in there inside, man. His head movement is superb, man. Like his toughness, he could take a punch, man. He can give him. His defense, like everything. He in his prime right now, man. He in his prime. So I would say the fight in midway, man. Probably like 9. Probably like 9.
Well, all right. I would like you to give out your social media in case there's anybody that isn't following you can do so. We'll go out, take this intermission in a quick picture with Gerald McClellan Jr. and Joe Kelly, and we'll be back with our next guest, Troy Isley. I don't know. Did you meet Isley in Houston?
No, I didn't meet him yet.
Yo, we're curious. What does SOG stand for to you?
Son of Gerald or son of God?
Well, I am a son of God. I am. But, SOG is son of Gerald.
Okay.
Or son of G, man. However you want to do that. But
let's go.
That's what it is, man. That's my brand, man. That's what I'm pushing, man. I'm the son of G, man. My name is G, man, too, but,
Right. Your father. Well, this Friday night, Fight TV, make sure to tune in. If you are in Vegas at the Virgin Hotel, tickets available on access.com, access.com. Just give your Instagram, your social media, champ.
You can find me Gerald McClellan, all one word, Gerald McClellan Jr. _SOG on Instagram.
All right.
Appreciate it.
The video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. as always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.